Hello, everyone, and welcome to Master Stroke. Today, we are going to talk about the magic number of 600. And what is this magic number of 600? This program is about the science of prospecting, reference, and client conversion. This is a very short presentation today, very unique, very small, and to the point. And this is extremely useful for people who want to know more about prospecting, reference, and client conversion. This presentation is actually what I did in my life 20 years ago. And it really worked for me. और मुझे उम्मीद है ये आपके साथ भी वर्क करेगा. ये इतना सिंपल है कि if you follow this, if you are a new MFD or even an existing MFD and you want to grow your business, if you follow this without thinking whether this will work or not, it will definitely work. Problem क्या है दोस्तों कि हमें लगता है कि हमें कितनी मेहनत करनी होगी, कितना एफर्ट डालना पड़ेगा, तब जाके हम बड़े बनेंगे. ऐसा नहीं है. बहुत सिंपल चीज है म्यूचुअल फंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन बिजनेस, और इसको मैं और सिंपल बनाना चाहता हूं आज के प्रेजेंटेशन के द्वारा. ये प्रेजेंटेशन इतना छोटा है. दिस प्रेजेंटेशन इज सो स्मॉल दैट आई एम ट्राइंग टू टेक टाइम टू prolong this presentation, otherwise I can finish this presentation in 5 minutes. So अभी 5 मिनट का प्रेजेंटेशन करेंगे तो आपको लगेगा ब्रजेश इतना छोटा प्रेजेंटेशन दिया, इसलिए मैं 10-15 मिनट तक खींचने की कोशिश करूंगा. Oh my God, as I speak, there are 425 people who have joined. I think we will break the doors today. 500 is the limit. So here I go. How many clients are needed if you want to grow your mutual fund business? Okay. How many clients are needed? My suggestion is that if you have 200 active families, you will grow very large in mutual fund distribution business. As I speak, I personally do not manage 200 families. I have less than 200 families over the last 21 years. Okay. But the key word here is active families, active clients. Who are active clients? Clients who are giving you business every year, if not every 6 months. Somebody who's having an SIP of 5,000 rupees can be considered an active client. Okay. All clients won't be active. Now, this is the key. There will be some clients who will be active, some clients who will be inactive. So you have to count your clients only those who are active. Suppose somebody took a policy from you 5 years ago and there is no touch between you and the client, then that person is not your client. Okay. All clients won't be active. So इसके लिए आपको 300 से 350 क्लाइंट फैमिली बनानी पड़ेगी. Naturally, अगर आप 300-350 बनाते हैं तो सारे लोग आपके साथ काम नहीं करेंगे. There will be only a percentage of families who will work with you regular basis. So maybe 60%, 70% clients will work with you every year. बहुत important number दे रहा हूं मैं. And I will reach the number of 600. So the first answer is have 200 active families. For that, you have to make 300 and 350 clients families so that you get 200 families who are active with you every year. Now, how to make 300 to 350 clients? That's the whole question, right? And suppose you have taken the mutual fund distribution ARN code today, then how do you reach this number? And I will make it simple for you. Very simple. You have to make clients only by meeting prospective clients. क्लाइंट से मिलेंगे तो क्लाइंट बनेगा ना, और किससे मिलना है? जो प्रोस्पेक्टिव क्लाइंट है, जो म्यूचुअल फंड में इन्वेस्ट कर सकता है, उनसे आपको मिलना है. यानी म्यूचुअल फंड में बड़ा बनने के लिए आपको 200 क्लाइंट्स बनाने होंगे जो लगातार आपके साथ काम करें, और 200 क्लाइंट बनाने के लिए आपको 300 क्लाइंट बनाने पड़ेंगे, क्योंकि 100 क्लाइंट्स आपके साथ लगातार काम नहीं करेंगे. और 300-350 क्लाइंट आप कैसे बना सकते हैं? बाय मीटिंग पीपल who you think can invest in mutual funds, by meeting prospective clients. Now, how many meetings are needed to make 300 clients? Let me give you an answer. And if you think my pointers are correct, do mention in the chat box that you have witnessed this, or आपके साथ ऐसा हुआ है. Somebody who is already there in the business for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, who is joining this webinar today. If you think this works, then please write in the chat box for others that this really works. Results from the first 200 meetings with prospects. Now imagine somebody who is a mutual fund distributor starting today, and in the next 1 year, he makes 200 meetings from friends, relatives, some existing clients, then some references and all those things. What will happen is that mostly natural market cold calls and non-qualified leads, because when you start this business, you don't have a client. Here, the conversion ratio will be 1:3. So every 3 person you meet, 1 person will start meeting with you, right? So it is not possible that you can convert all the clients. And I tell you this conversion ratio story. So even if you meet Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos and Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi ji, the worldwide average number will be 1:3. So if you meet these three guys, chances are one of them will become your client. Okay. But it may not work with 3 people. It has to work with 300 people, 200 people. Then the average will come. Maybe these 3 people will not invest with you, but the next 3 people you meet, there will be 2 conversions out of that. The average will start happening. Maybe in the first 25 meetings, you will get 2 clients because you don't know anything about this business. You don't know how to present yourself. You don't know about markets, debt or equity and stuff like that. So clients will not be converted. But the moment you hit 20, 25, 30 numbers, your conversion ratio will start happening and the overall average will become 1:3. And so in the first 200 meetings, you will make around 60 to 65 clients. Am I going on the right track? Somebody can say yes, no, that this works, this doesn't work in your own experiences. Now, the results from the next 200 meetings. Now, after 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, you have done 200 meetings, 200 prospects, okay? 200 लोगों से आपने मुलाकात कर ली. अब next year आपका पास already 50-60 client आ गए. What will happen in the next year or with the next 200 people you meet? So mostly, the next 200 references will be forced references from existing client. When you meet an existing client, you will ask, sir, please give me a reference. Ma'am, can you give me a reference? You are asking for reference proactively every time, forcing the client to give 2, 3, 4 names, right? And some clients, because of pressure or relationship, they will give you some 3, 4 numbers and names, and they are called forced references from existing clients. And then you meet 200 of these forced references, existing clients, and here the conversion ratio will be 1:2. Do you agree with this? Here the conversion ratio will be 1:2 because if you are meeting Mr. X by reference of Mr. Y, the conversion ratio will be higher, correct? It will not be 1:3. It will be 1:2. Plus, you will also gain experience. You will also know about this business. You will understand from your mistakes in the last 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. You will also know how to present to the client, what to talk, what not to talk, stuff like that. So your conversion ratio will become 1:2. And you will make 100 clients by meeting 200 people in the next lot. So if you meet 400 prospects, you will have 160 to 165 clients, families. And now the final thing, results from the next 200 meetings with prospects. And as I speak, there are 480 members logged in today. This is going to break all records in the last 1 month or so. Fantastic. Thank you so much. So when you meet the next 200 meetings with prospect, they are mostly qualified references from existing client. After 400 meetings, you will start having references, getting references from existing client without even asking for them. Some people will give references. Brijesh, why don't you meet this client? Brijesh, why don't you meet that client? In that case, the conversions happens really very fast. These are called qualified references from existing client. This generally happens after 2, 3, 4 years of your business. People are saying no voice. Others, can you confirm? Are you getting my voice? Yes or no? Very quickly, because we are recording this session also. Yes. Okay. So I will continue. You have to check your own laptop or mobile. Mostly qualified references. Here, the conversion ratio is 80%. Do you agree with me? If you meet a client who wants to do his business with you, who is calling you or has been referred on their own by an existing client, the conversion ratio is 70, 80%, right? So in the first year, when you go to a client, they say, no, I don't want to even meet you. And the conversion ratio is 1:3. And in the second, third, fourth year, fifth year, when clients call you and ask you to meet, the conversion ratio is 80%. This is how this business happens. And so the client you will make in the third year is 160. And when you total all these 3 numbers, the first 200 prospects, 65 conversions, 200 prospects, 100, 200 prospects, again, third year, 160 conversions, you will have a total of 325 conversions, 325 families who will deal with you. And if I take out 125 inactive clients, the active client numbers will be 200, and bingo, you have made it. And to do all this, it will take you from 3 years to 5 years. Okay. So the summary of a successful mutual fund distribution is meet 600 prospects. This is the magic number. Count every meeting with prospective client. And before I end, I will re-emphasize. मैं फिर से बोलना चाहूंगा. Forget about AMCs, forget about performance, forget about markets going up, forget about markets going down, forget about clients going direct, forget about debt funds giving negative returns, forget about political uncertainty in the market, forget about what is happening in the world. जो म्यूचुअल फंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर 600 नए लोगों से मिलेगा इस बिजनेस में, वो बड़ा म्यूचुअल फंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर होगा. So start thinking about this. How many new prospects you have met after you got your ARN code? What happens is that many people die down after meeting 200 people and facing rejections. But the real conversions start happening after the first 200 meetings. And the actual real conversion starts happening after 300, 400 meetings. And people stop thinking that this is a good business because they don't get many clients after 50, 100 meetings and they think this is a bad business. No. So we just meet people. Don't think that whether this person will invest or not. Anybody who is interested, friend, relative, friend ka friend, relative ka relative, client ke references, just meet. So to summarize into one single point, if you want to have 100 crores, 500 crores, 1000 crore of mutual fund AUM, the only number that you have to focus on is that have you met 600 different families on planet Earth? 600 different prospects on planet Earth. And you will achieve this magic number of 200 active clients. And with 200 active clients, you can have 25 lakh, 50 lakh, 1 crore of SIP book, and you can have 100, 500, and 1000 crores. So this is a very small presentation which I wanted to give you. And with this, I will say thank you. As I said, it's a really small presentation. And if you want to join my WhatsApp broadcast, over 9,000 people are there, maybe 9,900 as I speak with you. You can save this slide and you can send messages and we will add you. And with that, I will say goodbye to you. And thank you so much. Take care. All the very best.